Hey guys,
Hi.
hopefully the sound on this is okay. If
Yeah,
not,
those organs are super loud, bro.
if not, I apologize. We are playing What Remains of Edith Finch.
As you can see here by the titular screen.
Yeah, so this game was made by Giant Sparrow, the same company that made The Unfinished Swan,
Yeah.
and it is my favorite game of the year so far.
Nice.
So we're going to try to run through this quickly. There are spoilers, obviously, as we will be playing the whole game.
Well, it's not going to really be spoiled because they're going to be doing it along with us.
Sure.
So is that are those Edith's hands?
Do you want me to let you know or no?
No.
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 Edith Finch.
This isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start.
I'm sorry if there's echo. I just want the guys to be able to hear the game.
Okay, no problem. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It is. Apparently it has some performance issues on PS4.
Hmm.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms. Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
You wouldn't happen to know who that actress is, would you, Tom?
I do not know.
Yeah, let's close that back up.
I haven't been back.
Bills. Fuck them.
I haven't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Lewis. You mentioned Lewis during the main show.
I did. So
My mother left me a key, but didn't tell me.
So I guess we
where
know
it was,
Lewis is dead.
if you guys don't know what this game is,
or
it is a family who is seemingly cursed. Everybody dies typically at a young age. And this is Edith, the remaining member, going back to the house.
So all of her family members are dead?
Yes. Well, except for that one.
This way in a long time, but I saw a few.
I said all her family members.
And I said except for that one.
Her ring?
Her belly.
Oh, she prego.
Yeah, Edith is 18.
You did a good job putting that together, Shanae.
Sorry, pregnancy doesn't even, exist in my world.
Alright, it's just... Relax.
There are multiple paths. I'm going to kind of main path it.
Alright.
Just for time reasons.
Even after I inherited the house, I never.
I really like what they're doing with the text.
Splinter Cell. First game I can remember doing that.
My family told me the house knew the answers to.
Conviction.
Best game in the franchise, by the way.
The house was exactly.
So you can see this house. Very strange, yeah?
Yeah, it's a strange house.
It kind of looks like a Weasley house. If you're a Harry Potter fan.
Milton Finch, missing.
Obviously family
As
member.
a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
The run I'm going to be doing here is 100%. If you want all the trophies or achievements, you will get them playing the game this way.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were.
She's 17, not
I
18.
was afraid of the house.
I'm sorry.
I hoped the key might unlock the front
In the
door,
eyes of the law, there's a
but
difference,
it
Tom.
didn't.
Sure.
So.
Sure.
Does it establish, where this game is?
Yes.
I'm glad they have recycling. It's important.
The house felt like it had always been here. Even the swing set was older than my mother.
She's gonna cross that door.
Mm-hmm.
Called it.
Nailed it.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
And not pregnant.
That's true. You'd imagine that'd make things harder.
Yeah.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
I really like the,
All that wine is so spoiled.
I really like the art style in this game.
Sure. Yeah, me too.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
You see the doors are all blocked up here.
Mm-hmm.
When a member of the Finch family dies, they close up their room,
Edie
seal
told
it
me
up, almost
every
like a
Finch
museum.
ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
And yes, the family is rich.
Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Yeah, I don't know who the voice actress is. I really do like it though.
Yeah,
As
she's a really nice
kid,
reading.
I feel like I've
I've
heard her before. Wish my name was
The
Sven.
last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
If I'm going too fast, let me know.
No, you're good.
Molly. I like Molly.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
So you play through the last minutes of everybody's life.
Oh.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Oh, shit.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door.
This is Molly's room.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
So as you unlock everybody's story, it fills out the family tree. You see here.
Right.
And you can take your time, look around everybody's room. It does let you know a bit more about them. But I'm just going to kind of zoom through it all.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was
Tom, is this
starving,
game gonna make me cry,
so
dude?
I looked
Maybe.
around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
I mean, it's a tragic game for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it already seems real sad. Oh, she's not gonna eat the fish, are you?
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
She eats everything.
I love that her fish's name is Christopher.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Oh, shit.
Is this what you do when you're sent to bed without dinner, Ryan?
Eat everything?
Yeah.
Eating and eating.
No. Gross. Is that like...
Decorative berries? Why not?
I ate a lot of things that night.
So Molly's story is the
Then
one
I
that everybody
looked
saw in the
outside
demo.
my window.
Okay.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her,
So I could eat her, you see.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yeah, obviously.
and suddenly, I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
So it's definitely more interactive than most FPI games.
Sure. That's first-person interactive for those of you who don't know.
Dad didn't even look at me. I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind.
This game is
Then I
really
heard
cool.
little teeth
Yeah, it
in
is.
the grass.
So anybody worrying about trophies, you need to do this in 2 swoops. If you do more, you're not going to get it.
Is the trophy called 2 swoops?
I don't remember what it's called.
Raisin Bran has 2 scoops. You do the math.
Mm-hmm.
Raisin Bran has the same ad campaign as Jaguar.
I imagined his face looking at
Ah!
the seen mine.
Nope.
Talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
So that's 1 swoop.
One more swoop to get that trophy. Well, you already have the trophy.
Yeah.
But
It's quite easy. You won't have any problems with it. Just know that you need to do 2.
A mama rabbit.
Oh.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
This
no.
made me laugh quite a bit.
the shark rolling down.
Yeah.
Ah! I'm a shark. Ah!
So she have like an eating disorder or something? Like what's going on?
Well,
She was sent to bed without dinner.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, you have a lot of energy. You build up a lot of energy,
And into the ocean.
like training all these animals.
I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Next part is great.
Tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Da 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 da. Da da.
But I was so hungry. I jumped out of the water.
This, I would play a whole game of this.
My eyes, everything had changed.
Well, there's actually then
Oh,
I have the
shit.
game for you, Tom. What's that snake game called?
Now I was a monster.
Snake?
No, that other one, that newer one.
Snake bass?
Yeah. There you go.
Way different.
Whole game of that.
Like, this mechanic is so awesome.
Ugh.
You don't like snakes, Shanae?
I like the slime sound going with
Well,
it.
it's not a snake, it's some weird sea monster, but yeah.
It's a snake.
They did cite directly, the developers, that they took influence from Lovecraft.
From what?
From Lovecraft.
Oh, yeah. It's a snake.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
If you want this trophy, let the sailor finish the entire song. He does sing the whole song.
I like this. This is a let's play and a trophy guide at the same time, Tom.
Sorta, yeah.
Yeah.
Save Continue Podcast is your one-stop shop.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I saw something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered
What's
onto the
funny is,
sand,
like, there's
and the
stories in
boat
the
slammed
game
into an old pipe.
where, like, you're having fun and you forget that the character is going to die.
Yeah.
You know?
Spoiler.
I got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
And that's it. That's all we get from Molly.
So it doesn't tell you, like, how she died?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Big part of the inspiration for this game was weird fiction genre.
Sure.
So things like the Twilight Zone, Black Mirror, things of that nature. So as with that stuff, things aren't always 100% resolved.
So
This will be obvious
it's
later,
implied that there
but
could have been
my
some
mom
kind of
never told me
otherworldly
any
stuff going
stories.
on.
Sure.
We would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Or that's exactly what happened.
Though,
Yeah.
When we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
It's Grandma
We got
Edie.
along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom. Her room was like a museum.
This is Odin. This is the oldest family member, as far back as we trace it.
500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin
Real
Finch was one of the
news.
victims of the family curse.
Graveyards!
His wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johann. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Take a look
When he told
around.
people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
You get it? Because everything was pink.
Yeah.
What I don't like is sometimes it does pull the camera. Like when the text appears,
Yeah.
you lose control for a second, so it can pull it so you can see that text.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Dark room here.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Twin brothers here.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
If you want the trophy for this, you need to come back and replay
My
it. It
brother
has to be
said
played
he'd die
twice.
before he ate another mushroom,
Mm.
and he did. At Barbara's funeral, he swore he'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
So I like the first two stories are kind of like children's urban legends. Monster under the bed,
But that day,
swinging over the
he
bar.
finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Oh, he's gonna fucking do it.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
You guys sad yet?
That was actually quite amazing. I found that like thoroughly entrancing. That was awesome.
I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
And I thought the same thing. Like, I remember trying to do that as a kid.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's house.
Like, I love what the way that this game combines the visuals with the music in such a really great way, and all the acting is like really spot on so far.
Sure. I don't want to miss anything. I don't think Sam's is actually in here. Guess we'll find out.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
This is great. This is taken on the old Tales from the Crypt comic books.
Yeah.
Saved this one.
Mm-hmm.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it
I really love the voice acting in this.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Barbara Finch.
Oh man, it's super. No, it really, really helps set the mood.
Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she
Beastie Con.
managed to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Man, the mics are totally picking this up.
Now that
Sorry, guys.
was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
Listen to this. I can't believe they got the rights to this
She reached for the music box.
right after this here.
And as she wound
Oh, neat.
she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
I think Warner Brothers owns this.
Awesome.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
So much blood.
It's an achievement trophy. Knock all of the balls off the table. There's really no reason to do it. But
Besides for fun.
that's true. Fun.
Was that fun for you to do, Tom?
Yeah.
I do like the comic book presentation of this story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. This is super fun.
This is funny here. The first time I played through this game, I swung naturally. You can just leave it, and it'll force you to swing. Just to progress the story.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Yeah, Rick.
Then
Come on,
act
Rick.
Furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt.
Why is the boyfriend so involved in her acting career?
Because he wants her to succeed, and he loves her very much.
Oh, okay.
He's also her biggest fan.
Yeah, so.
Ah, yes.
Barb, have you seen my
Is your boyfriend not your biggest fan?
He's your biggest fan.
Right on.
Watching the late picture show. Hours later.
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
We'll play through Walter's story later, so remember that character.
Okay.
It's got one of the sadder stories, but also like one of the more beautiful ones.
Which one was the boy on the swing again, Calvin?
I mean, there's a lot on the swing, Calvin. Yes.
Yeah, that was beautifully presented.
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
So Walter's actually hiding under the bed.
Spoilies.
I said spoilers. We're playing the whole thing, you know.
I didn't know that you were gonna just blurt them out. I thought you were gonna wait for me to be.
Barbara turned,
Whatever.
saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Smashing.
Sneak it.
He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
The SMR on this is great. Right?
Sure.
You're funny, Shanae.
Huh?
Had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was
Actually scared me a little bit.
The doorbell?
Yeah.
at the door. She heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
It's Barbara.
Barbs.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, indeed.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent.
Rad.
She had a taste for stardom, but unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course,
Tom, you get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. They took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Ha. Could have been a better Crypt Keeper laugh.
Yeah.
You know?
I was about to make that comment. I was like,
Yeah.
it wasn't a great.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending. I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
We're gonna go play with it.
We're gonna play the fuck out of it, dude.
I think I already got these, yes. Look in every people. That's why I look through the fence. You don't need to. But that is a trophy.
For those of you who can't see, Tom was moving the mouse in a circular motion to turn the music box key, and I think that's neat.
Yeah, same thing with like PS4 if you're playing on there. Like when you're swinging as
Assuming
Calvin.
it's right analog stick.
Yeah, when you're playing as Calvin and you're on the swing, you have to, like, one stick controls one leg. So you have to swing, you know, in unison to actually get the thing going.
That's a really good like mechanic. Actually, I like that a lot.
Yeah, I really do like most of the gameplay mechanics in this game. Some of them are better than others, but
Some really good ASMR.
Carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
this is Walter. This is the boy that was hiding under the bed. Went on to hide under the house, which I think is kind of neat.
Spoiler.
It's obvious. We just walked down here.
Been down here for 30 years.
Been down here for 30 years.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive the week.
If you watch the calendar and all that, it'll count forward. It's pretty neat.
I like that the words are, like, you can see the words in reflective surfaces.
Settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a
Oh,
schedule.
gosh, the
living
yawns.
for today.
Yeah, you always make a big production out of your yawns.
I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
All right, so this one up 8
But
years.
if you wait long enough,
Yeah. And like the music changes with the times.
There's a little bit of disco there.
Still the same can.
Well, I
even
mean,
a monster
they keep for a
on the
while.
side door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Has he been just subsisting on peaches that entire time?
I mean, you saw when we come down, he's got a bunch of other supplies, Cheerios and things like that.
But he really likes those peaches.
Oh, dang. This is a big jump.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it
19
got
years.
tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
How many times he's cut sides of the mouth on a can?
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting.
It's pretty cool. You don't have
I
to
have
do
to
this,
be.
but
Well, I still can't.
maybe it won't let me here. But yeah, I probably have to add an earlier part. So Walter decided to leave.
Oh, that's a terrible decision.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one little day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Wow.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
I like that her age matches up with the dates on.
Yeah, all the
on
dates
the
match
game.
up quite well.
Yeah, I that's one thing I've been like paying attention to because like anytime someone gives dates, I'm like, always like, does this actually fit?
Yeah, it's several generations of the family, but yeah.
Well, she was born in '99, and that's kept
But
through
if she never
the entire
told me
game.
about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse.
Little thing for Walter
we
there.
made it real.
Y'all see that out there?
Yeah.
That's the house that sank.
Yeah. The
I
little
don't know if I
houseboat
should
thing.
even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
So it seems like she's
So
doing
maybe
this for
honest, I
her
feel as lost
kid.
as you probably do right now.
Well, that and to know herself as well.
Yeah.
Like her mom never told her most of this.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
So you're talking about like the moving the mouse around to get that key and all that. Like even with stuff like that, unlatching the door, you have to move in certain directions. All the pop-up books, things like that.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
Like it's not motion control, but it sort of
What kind
feels
of
that way.
finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
This is the family cemetery.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Like all the pets.
3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
So make sure you look through this
She could see
telescope.
poking out of the water at low tide.
And with all the people's, like, you just have to look through long enough for
Edie
Edith
said
to
she dreamed
speak.
about the old house every night.
Every night? Holy shit, that's haunting. Because she lived the longest out of all the family members, right? Well, she had to.
It's not quite clear.
No, she had to because she's the daughter of Odin. And
Yes, she is the oldest. Sure.
No, I'm saying, but she also had to live the long. Oh, I guess like your character could live longer than her.
Right,
'cause I'm
or
assuming you're-
Edith's mom or whatever, right?
Yeah, I doubt her mom lived. No, because her mom wasn't even mentioned, so her mom had to be dead before her. And she got to meet her great grandchild. So Edie seems to be the one that lives the longest.
Definitely the longest period of time, yes. But was she the last to die before Edith? I don't know. You don't find out.
Oh no, that's fine.
For me to come back
But Edie lived the longest.
and find everything out for myself.
I'm excited to find out what Edie did to live so long.
I don't think you do.
What?
She ate more peaches.
Ah, yes. If you only
Drink-
eaten one more can.
Drink more Ovaltine.
Drink more Ovaltine. She got hit by fewer trains.
But looking back on it now,
I don't know. I haven't finished the game, so I don't know if that's with confidence.
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh, it's not that far.
It's far enough you won't be climbing on rooftops, Shanae.
I mean, every time I'm pregnant, I just hope the baby doesn't survive.
All right.
Whoa, ho, ho.
Christ.
Yeesh.
All right, fine. Shanae's a monster yet again.
Oh yeah, Sam is awesome.
Sam?
His story is awesome.
They were both pretty intense.
You can see Sam's obviously a hunter, and he's seen some shit.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
What a badass.
Badass, but a caring badass. You see these pictures? These family pictures?
Yeah, badass with a heart of gold.
Sam is also a photographer.
He invented the selfie.
Sure.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a life. Perfect.
Sorry, I'll try not to go so fast.
Yeah, go so fast,
It's
Tom.
gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? We'll never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be
Shanae, you gotta watch this.
Good eyes, Don.
Is Sam her dad?
Before you take a
Yes.
shot, let me get a
Not Edith's dad.
No, like the main character's dad.
I feel like Edith is the main character.
Yeah, Sam is the main character of this one.
No, of
Say
the
it.
game.
No, the main character is Edith. No, it's not Edith's dad.
Oh.
imagination.
I thought Edie was the great grandma.
There's Edie and then there's Edith.
Let me get behind you.
Okay.
Do I have to do this?
Is this Edith?
You don't have to.
No.
But if you want to
That's
survive.
it's
Who's
Dawn.
the girl?
Her name is Dawn.
Dawn.
Darn.
Great shot, Don.
Good job, Dawn.
She held shift to hold her breath so she'd get that shot.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
I hate my life.
Dad?
Did you have to do that?
I did.
Guy-
Totally
okay.
normal.
I was like, man,
Just focus on the camera.
fucking pathfinding on this game. Oh, there goes Sam.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Dawn is her mom.
I don't remember. This way? Maybe.
No, Peg.
Not this way. What's that? Airline ticket. Back outside?
Sure.
What's in that door to the right?
Can't go in there.
Okay. Oh, it's sealed up.
Yeah. That can't be right.
Is that that?
Ha ha ha.
There you go. Secret door.
You would think we were playing. This is my 4th time playing this week. You would think that I would remember.
Yeah.
But
It's a lot of game.
And
It's a lot of heart-wrenching tales.
also, Tom drinks a lot of
After
booze.
Sam died,
that's not true.
Okay.
my mom and Edie got really close. They both lost a lot.
This one's Gregory, which is so this one, like, you're having so much fun doing it, and then you forget, like, it's someone that's gonna die, and it's a baby that's gonna die.
Yeah,
you know,
that baby's dead.
the divorce contract. Sam.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
I'm not gonna do it, but all those Gregory magnets, knock all those off.
Knock them off.
I mean, it's easy. You just jump at them.
Oh. Because you're controlling the frog.
Yes.
Over, Gregory.
There's Mom.
Just throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
And pop the duckies.
You pop them?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. More duckies.
What his world was like.
Is it a flock of duckies now?
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination.
Go. Just go.
Fuck it. Get that fucking letter.
You got it.
Fuck it.
Oh my god, it is 1G. You're gonna let it defeat you?
I mean, I've already done it, Shanae.
There you go. Do you think that there's like a ghost that like haunts only the children? And that's why they're all like lost in their imagination?
Maybe.
But I worried about
Does it disprove that later?
It's all up to interpretation.
Ah, nice. I like that.
But I could feel her slipping
That's Sam and his wife fighting while Gregory's in the bath.
Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything.
I like that it's beautiful. Like it has like beautiful music. It's all calming. But he's about to die. He's about to drown in this tub.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Well, now that I'm suitably bummed out.
You gotta go to work.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right. Are we gonna finish this, or are we gonna?
Yeah, you might as well. It's, you only got like like an hour or so to go.
Probably less than that.
Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, I gotta go to work. Gotta pay the bills. So, later.
Later, dude.
I'm Ryan now. Oh, your seat's all warm.
That's true. Shanae is Ryan now.
Do my name proud.
Sinead the Rat Howard.
So that was sad. Is Gus?
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Gus is cool because he's a little kid, but he's got a little bit of an attitude.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Whoa. Whoa. I'm not good at flying the kite.
I feel like that's racist.
Flying the kite?
It doesn't seem like a good wholesome thing people would do. Whole Foods go instead of wholesome food.
So his dad's getting married. He's not happy about it. Don't need a stupid stepmom.
Grandpa's getting married.
His dad.
His dad.
Yeah.
You mean Gregory's dad?
Gus. This is Gus.
Oh, this is Gus.
Yes, it's technically Gregory's dad. They were brothers.
But isn't that the main character's uncle is Gus?
Yes.
Okay.
Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
So Gus flipping him off there. Just hilarious to me. What am I doing here? Yeah, it's these.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Who flies a kite during the rain?
Gus, he's pissed off.
Ah, yes. That's what I do when I'm mad. Just ruin everything.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close.
That's a powerful ass kite.
But all my father
Isn't it?
said to this
But it is a
make the
really
music
cool
louder.
mechanic that you're like flying through the words. Oh. I gotta go move my car.
Alright, I'm going to continue on. Shanae parked behind Ryan. She'll be back. Or else.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone. Just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't.
Shanae was high as shit.
Until we found you.
So that's both of her brothers, well, her mother's brothers, her uncles.
Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
And yeah, we'll go up here.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Shanae?
Yes.
All you missed is that they explained
The house had to get a little bigger.
Edith's
but
dad.
Edie was used to that.
His name's Sanjay, the Indian man.
Ah. I thought they came from Norway.
Well, yeah, they do, but not
Oh.
not her dad.
I forgot that. I forgot Edie and Edith are two different people. I forgot that.
But it didn't last.
So this
The
Shanae,
beginning of
this
the end
one.
was Milton's 10th birthday. When Edie
Have you ever played The Unfinished Swan? Okay, I recommend you play that. That's their game before this.
Is it good as well? Because I like
Very
this.
good. Spoilers for The Unfinished Swan and for this here. You can see that little character on the doormat, the king with the mustache.
Yes.
So this is Milton. Milton is the king from The Unfinished Swan,
After Milton
which
disappeared,
makes a lot more sense if you play that game. But if you look in Milton's room, this frog painting on the side is from that game as well. Nah. The music in here is from The Unfinished Swan as well. This little town, there should be a airship somewhere. That's from that game as well. Really good game. So we're gonna look at Milton's flip book here.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
So you can see this is where Milton escapes into his own painting.
Oh, nice. It's a flip book. Okay, cool. That's neat. That's a fun feature.
Mm-hmm.
Since everyone's been like having kind of different media to talk about themselves. Like Barbara had the comic book
You're right.
and all that. I like that each like family member has their own personality, not just by what they're into, but how their story is told.
Yeah, for sure.
Like with the writing has been different colors, different fonts. I mean, they reuse a lot of the same fonts, but do it like in yellow or whatever.
Mhm.
But I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, so, you know, I recommended to Ryan that he play The Unfinished Swan before he played this, but, you know, if you haven't, I think you can still enjoy this game for sure. I just think you get more out of it with that context.
I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room.
This one's kind of easy to miss, Lewis's room. You don't have to see everybody's story to beat the game, so don't miss
Stoner.
everything.
blacklight.
Yeah. So Lewis was the one on the show, on this week's show, that I was telling you that I related to his story.
Yes.
This way? Yeah. And you can see as we get higher and higher to the house, like people's rooms are just made out of whatever stacked on top of it.
Yeah.
So Lewis is in this boat.
Boathouse? The thing.
Definitely not up to code.
I don't need to give a fuck about code on this island.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Yeah, weed. Weed lives on everybody. Oh, I like the Wonderland Turbo.
But he was surprisingly
They should. I wish they'd call it the Wonder Swan, which I know why they didn't, because they couldn't. But because of the Unfinished Swan, that would have been cool. Even though Wonder Swan was a portable. So this is from Lewis's shrink.
Oh, does that symbol mean anything?
No.
That seems like a really easy way to put like a symbol
Lewis's
from something else.
psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation.
And this is based on the short story, I think it's called Dagon. You guys should read that, it's pretty good.
For substance abuse.
The Lovecraft one?
I believe Lewis first
Is it Lovecraft? I don't know. It might be.
I feel like there's a Dagon Lovecraft one that I have.
He kept working at the cannery.
I know that some of these stories are based off of Lovecraft work and some of them are not. But,
in our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
I mean, I read that story because of this game. So you can see I'm cutting with one hand and doing this,
I asked him to describe
doing this gauntlet sort of thing with my left hand.
It was part of the Vagrant.
Imagining a labyrinth.
So this part is kind of like pat your head, rub your belly at the same time.
Yeah.
Something new. Bats.
But I definitely found this story to be the most relatable.
Yeah, because I watched a movie that was made in like 2001.
Mm-hmm.
And someone was telling me that was based off Dagon. And so I read it. So I was like, it sounds really familiar, but
yeah.
I read so many books and like consume so much media that I'm just like, meh.
Well, and Dagon's so brief too. It's very, very short.
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
So I have like a lot of books that like are short story ones. Like I have a bunch of like Kurt Vonnegut ones, Lovecraft, a bunch of other ones that like I honestly like. I do so many drugs that I just can't remember shit.
So you can see Lewis's story evolve, like his game is evolving.
I spoke with his boss.
You know, it starts off very gauntlet looking.
He said Lewis had become
then it's, you know, isometric.
Methodical, tireless, focused.
Sorry, it's hard to control both of these at once.
Want to do one?
No.
Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
Yeah, you see the boss is talking about how good he is at his work. And it's because he's just imagining all this. And you see it taking over more and more of the screen as we go on.
It seemed very promising at first.
Oh, it's gonna be a point where you just cut your old fucking hand off and bleed to death because of the cannery.
Something like that.
He has a dog friend. Aw, Pet Cemetery is the worst part.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
I believe on PS4, one stick controls the game and one stick controls the hand.
He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something.
But you know, we started out with like a black and white maze, top down, and you can see it gets more and more intricate as it goes on.
Yeah, you're in your whole parade with fish heads.
He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Oh, there's a boat now part?
He'd conquer a city and immediately push on. New Louisville.
Very, very creative names.
St. Louis.
Of course.
He started drifting
I'm not
away
great at
from
the boat.
reality.
That's fine. You don't have to be good at the boats.
You really don't, but
Minneapolis.
Oh, Minneapolis.
Until one day he forgot to
I
go
like
home
the
from
puns.
you forgot to go
Even
home
as
from the
his mother
cannery.
pleaded with him. Heart of Lewis kept sailing on.
And this is your uncle, the main character's
Louisville.
uncle, right?
He heard rumors.
I
Yes,
think
yeah, I know
brother.
Brother.
Yeah, it's definitely brother because he is the
You're not
product
handsome
of.
queen?
You know, I should have gone the queen. I should have. Things aren't that drastically different though; they're about the same.
Probably just aesthetics. Story same.
The prince was on his own quest for
Radiant rainbows. Yes. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
3 rainbows? 4 rainbows?
Oh, I knocked that one over.
Nope. Now you're on the 4 rainbows. Fucked up the other one. Oh, electric sitar for the win.
electric sitar.
Oh yeah, I appreciate this.
I don't know if anything happens if you hit all the notes.
I know, but
I
it
always
always
miss
sounds
them.
the best.
Sure.
Oh, it's okay.
His chase led him to a golden palace.
You said all
east
of them,
the
right
Sound
then.
and west
I
of
know.
Good job.
Yeah, this is my 4th time playing it. I better be hitting all of them.
Even then, his logic remained sound.
So you can see, like, pretty much can't see the cannery now.
He knew the world was all
No.
in his imagination.
You're gonna chop your own hand off.
No, I'm not.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
And that's like almost taken directly from Dagon, that line, where they
Someone who'd never known success in the real world
basically say that
was overwhelmed.
they've become God without saying it.
And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
This I thought was weird. Little door inside of a big door. You can see Lewis's locker here.
Obviously, it's his running theme here.
He began to forget the world we know.
Is what your job's like, Tommy?
I think it pained him to remember.
No,
this.
but it is very, very repetitive.
No, I'm talking about all just the dead fish bodies everywhere and the piles of them.
No, I work in a clean room.
No dead fish body?
So there's Lewis,
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
which is only one of the only characters that we actually see a whole character model of.
Yeah.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Companions ain't got no faces.
It don't matter.
Oh, there's Molly the cat.
Nice.
Including the wise Calico who insisted on advising her.
Molly! Named after your dead relative.
Well, you remember she said her mom named the cat Molly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still named after a dead relative.
Yeah.
His facts. Spitting facts.
His prince was holding his crown.
Oh.
So we made our Lewis gay. You don't have to, though. You can make your Lewis whatever you want him to be.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's an option.
I assume that's the difference had we chosen the princess.
I mean, you don't really know.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, it's in front of a guillotine.
Well, I gotta be crowned, you see.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Too sad.
So sad.
Don't play this game when you're sad. Just about
Brother
done
was
with
really
the tree.
cool. I wish you could have met him.
We got Edie. And, Dawn.
Yeah, Edie has lived the longest by far.
Smoke some bud, Shania.
Play some games, bruh! I like how his is not really locked or sealed.
Yeah.
In case you need to get that dank.
Sure.
Nugs in there.
Those
Only back
dank
when
ass
I was
nugs.
0, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Oh.
I wish we'd stayed.
Oh, the
But I
missing kid.
understand why we left.
Fuck. Milton. The king, Unfinished Swan?
Yeah.
That was the missing kid.
Aww.
Yeah. Which is weird. It's kind of a sad story, like if you know that other game. But at the same time, like he disappeared into a magic painting, so, you know.
It's on par with the rest of the family.
My mom
It's actually one of the least depressing ones.
Yeah. I mean, if you play the other game, it is pretty depressing. But,
I feel like this one beats it.
yeah.
Just by sheer quantity.
This is definitely more depressing than the Unfinished Swan. Unfinished Swan has a lot of joyous, jolly moments.
This does not.
No, not a whole lot. I think Gregory's is fun until you realize it's a baby that's dying.
Yeah.
But Molly's is fun.
But it had to
Baby drowning in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. She lived at the top.
to tell you about that last night.
So this is us.
We got a feather pen with her name on it. That's cool. Who knocked you up, son?
Never says.
I bet it's a Coke baby.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights."
Shit, we actually need to hurry this up.
You
Yeah, I
know
gotta
what I
go.
said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our lives.
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
You're not gonna make that old ass woman leave.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always
Well,
had
Edie's not leaving. Mom wants us to leave.
I figured Mom also wanted Edie to leave.
about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
So, you know, Edie's trying to show Edith all of this.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning.
Okay.
Oh.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born.
Oh shit.
That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. No, I've seen that house every day of my life.
Shanae, if you need to leave, you can.
Oh no, it's fine.
Go back to it.
We're close enough. I'm assuming this is the end.
It's getting there, yeah.
I lost
Maybe another 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I really hope the cable guy doesn't show up right now.
I got turned around.
Fix my internet.
Biatch? I would call him a biatch.
For a while.
Like, thanks, biatch.
I mean, they've been really nice to me. It's been very helpful.
I started seeing things.
That's 3 times we've seen the same deer model. They made it for one scene and decided, hey, we've got this nice looking deer. Let's use it some more.
Well, I mean, if you draw a good-looking deer, you want to show it off as much as you can.
Sure.
But when I saw them,
I'm sure that wasn't a cheap deer to make.
old friends, that night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
There's the old house, the original house. You can see I got Grandma Edie hands.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
It's mine, Mom. Give it back, you
Rip it, let go.
bitch!
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
It's funny because Mom gives her the key, right, to open the first passage.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
So, like, she didn't want her to know at this point, but at some point, I guess she decided, hey, yeah, you should know.
Well, I guess, like, also maybe she just didn't want to be there to explain shit, because that would be easy.
Yeah.
For her.
Sure.
For Edith, not for her. Dawn can't handle shit. That's why she cried over after she killed that deer.
I can control the sand. All right.
Nice.
You see this?
Can you feel the breeze resistance?
I do.
Oh, nice. It follows.
What, can I do it fast? No, I can't do it fast.
Can we go to chickens?
A few years went by.
I thought that was a bunch of letters. That's fun.
Yeah.
My mom didn't like to talk about it.
Good looking hand.
Good looking letter, Dandelion.
But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
So Mom's sick.
Mm-hmm. Hold her
She got
hand.
better for a while.
Ah, I just changed her mind. Don't do it. Go back. Psych.
You still love her.
Psych.
And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
This is Baby Finch.
This journal was supposed
being
to
born.
be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
So Edith is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's this baby Finch.
Edith is dead?
Yeah.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone.
So person on the
I want
boat
you to be amazed
was Edith's
that
kid.
any of us ever had a chance to be here.
Oh.
Good luck.
And like going through the house was the kid too?
Going through the house was Edith.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's What Remains of Edith Finch. I hope you guys liked it. It is now one of my favorite games. The only thing that you have to do from this point is play Calvin's story again, and you will have every achievement.
Nice.
Hope you liked it, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye, babes.
Bye, babes, indeed.